class?
We talked about descriptive
Okay.
essay
Okay.
and the 5 senses which you should use in a descriptive essay and how much and you should like ask questions and like answer them.
Yeah.
And for a narrative essay, we talked about narrative essay and how a narrative essay is like when you tell someone, when you're like writing someone a story, writing a story for someone, and then you have to.
Yeah. And the other day we have discussed about the things like plots, what is my plot and what is meant by characters, etc. Right? And today we are going to discuss about the characters fully. Okay, the characters are either major or minor and sometimes either static, which means unchanging, and also are dynamic, which means changing. So the character who dominates the story is the major character. Okay, I'll type it in the board for you. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And the readers can learn about characters in many ways. The things like including physical traits and dialogue, actions, and attire, and opinions and point of view. Okay, can you tell me what is my point of view?
Point of view is like the first, like, I don't know.
Okay, yesterday only I have told you. Okay, there are three types, namely first person and the third person and omniscient point of view. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. The first person point of view is nothing but when we are speaking about with the help of the pronouns I. Your experience is known as first person point of view. Okay, and which is done to be done by the third person point of view means the readers itself is known as third person point of view, and omniscient means the person one who knows everything. I got it?
Yeah.
Okay, and there are no limits on the types of characters who can inhabit a story. Either male or female. The person may be rich or poor, and sometimes young or old, and sometimes prince or pauper. What is important is that the characters in a story all have the same set of emotions as the reader. Have happiness, sorrow, disappointment, pain, joy, and love. So these are things about the characters. Okay? The characters are, you're just introducing the role, the person whom you are writing about, the play or story, whatever it may be, in narrative essay. Okay, and the characters are either major or minor, and either static, which means unchanging characters, or dynamic, which means changing. And the character who dominates the story is the major character. And the readers have certain characters in many ways, the things like physical traits, dialogue, actions, attire, opinions, and point of view. Okay, I'll type on the board for you about those things. Dialogue, and actions, and fourth one, attire, And fifth one is about point of view. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And as I told you earlier, there are no limits. It's unlimited. You can introduce as much as level of the characters which you like to inhabit a bit of story or any kind of play or any kind of drama, etc. Like female or male, rich or poor, young or old, prince or pauper, etc. Hey, got it?
Yeah.
Okay, then what do you come to know about the characters now?
That readers can learn about characters like by their dialogue, actions, point of view, physical traits, and attire.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, and the next thing is about settings. Do you have any idea about the settings?
Yeah, settings are like where the story takes place,
Very good.
inside or outside.
Yeah, very good. Every story would be another story and unrecognizable if it took up its characters and plot and happened somewhere else. For example, the fiction depends for its life on a place. The place is the crossroads of a circumstance and the proving ground of. The thing is about what happened, who is here and who is coming. Writers usually describe the world they know. Sights, sounds, colors, and textures are all clearly painted in words as an artist paints images on canvas. Okay? And a writer imagines a story to be happening in a place that is rooted in his or her mind. So the location of a story actions along with the time in which it occurs is the setting. Got it? As you told. And setting is created by language. How many or how few details we learn is up to the author. And many authors leave at a lot of these details up to the reader's imagination. Now we will discuss what the setting tells us. For example, I can give a nice example which is written by William Faulkner. He is a natural dramatist, especially in his play A Rose for Emily. Here the narrator carefully describes the house what Miss Emily lives in. And this description helps us picture a decaying Mississippi town in the post-Civil War South. And also we can learn about Miss Emily's resistance to change. It was big, squarish frame house that had once been white and decorated with cupolas and spires and scrolled balconies in the heavily lighted style of the 70s. The so-called thing like sit down what had once been or more select street. But garages and cotton gins had encroached and obliterated even the august names of that neighborhood. Only that lady, the protagonist, Miss Emily's house was left, lifting its stubborn and coquettish decay above the cotton wagons and the gasoline pumps. Really, it is an eyesore among eyesores. And later we enter the house itself and finally end up inside one particular room. The physical details of the saying become linked with the values, ideals, and attitudes of the place in different times. So, the setting can add an important dimension of meaning, reflecting character and embodying theme. Got it? So the setting is nothing but tells about the location, place, and time. Yeah. For example, here I have given in the work of William Faulkner's A Rose for Emily, and I have said about her home, how it was before the post-Civil War in Mississippi South. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And the next thing is about theme. Can you tell me what is my theme?
The theme is like the subject of the text, what it's about.
Yeah, there you are, you little chap. There is. The theme of a fable is its moral. The theme of a parable is its teaching. The theme of a piece of fiction is view about life and how people behave. In fiction, the theme is not intended to teach or preach. In fact, it is not presented directly at all. You extract it from the characters and action and setting that make up the story. If I want to say in other words, you must figure out the theme yourself. What, especially that works based on. What's the subject about the story is known as theme or about the essay. The writer's task is to communicate on a common ground with the reader. Although the particular of your experience, not only the writer's experience may be different from the details of the story or essay or the play, whatever it may be. The general underlying truths behind the story may be just the connection that both you and the writer are seeking about. Okay, have you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is my theme?
The theme is like it's
Okay,
what
yeah, I'll tell you in a nutshell. That is, if anything says about a subjective of the essay or story or play or fiction, it is known as theme. What is this essay about is known as the theme. Got it?
yeah.
Which means that is the core of thing. Core of our work is known as theme. Now I'll tell you how to find the theme. Okay? Okay. There are some ways to uncover the theme in a story. By check out the title, and sometimes it tells you a lot about the theme. For example, notice repeating patterns and symbols. And sometimes these lead you to the theme. And just ask the question, what allusions are made through the story? What are the details and particulars in the story? What greater meaning may they have? And remember, the theme, plot and structure are inseparable, all helping to inform and reflect back on each other. Also, be aware that a theme we determine from a story never completely explains the story, which means it is simply one of the elements that make up the whole. Got it? If anything this says about the same thing, there you can find out the theme. And you have to notice by repeating the patterns and symbols. And it may also lead you to the theme. And you have to completely focus on the allusions. In what allusions that essay made up of, or the story made up of, or the play or essay. And another important point you have to take notice of it. That is, the theme, plot and structure are always inseparable. It always helping to inform and reflect back on each other. It has a correlation between each other. Okay? Hello? Justin?
Yeah.
Okay. These are